بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Inshallah, today we'll continue on antimicrobial chemotherapy, and today inshallah we'll discuss antifungal chemotherapy. Uh, Fungal infections are usually more difficult to treat than bacterial infections. This is because fungal organisms grow slowly. Fungal infections often occur in tissues that are poorly penetrated by antimicrobial agents due to poor blood supply, such as hairs and nails, and so on. Drug acting on fungi by three different mechanisms. The first, by altering the cell membrane permeability. These drugs include the azoles antifungal, imidazoles and triazoles antifungal, terbinafine and Bolin antifungals, which include amphotericin B and nystatin, or by blocking the nucleic acid synthesis, and this includes a drug that called flucytosine. And the third mechanism, by disruption of a microtubule function, this including a drug that known as griseofulvin. This is the choice of antifungal drug according to the type of fungal infection, mycosis. For the drugs that used for systemic mycosis or systemic fungal infection, the first choice is Bolin antifungal, and here the prototype is amphotericin B, which can be used systemically by IV injection. Or also the second choice, azoles, such as the prototype ketoconazole and the other agent that belong to this group, which can be used. We have fluconazole, itraconazole, and alforiconazole. Oral pyrimidine antifungal also, such as flucytosine. For systemic for drugs that use systemically for superficial mycosis or superficial fungal infection, we have the prototype griseofulvin, and the other agents that can be used include terbinafine, ketoconazole, fluconazole, and itraconazole. The drugs that use topically for local effect, the prototype, we have a nystatin, which is a Boolean antifungal, and the other we can use miconazole and clotrimazole, which is an azole antifungals. So that we have three types of the drug that can be used for fungal infection, either for systemically for systemic fungal infection, or systemically for superficial fungal infection, or topically for topical or local effect for اللي هو superficial برضه هيكون skin or superficial hair nail fungal infection. These are the sites, the different sites of antifungal drugs, either DNA synthesis such as flucytosine, or mitotic spindle such as griseofulvin, or endoplasmic reticulum such as imidazole and triazole antifungals, or plasma membrane such as Bolin antifungals such as nystatin and the amphotericin B. First, the drugs that used for systemic mycosis, we have the amphotericin B. Amphotericin B is a Boolean antifungal. الستركشر بتاعه هو عبارة عن Boolean antifungal drug. It's acted by binding to the fungal cell membrane component that called ergosterol, leading to the increase في fungal cell permeability and the loss of intracellular constituents. This is amphotericin B, which interact with hydrophobically with the ergosterol in the fungal cell membrane, forming a pore. And this pore, through this pore, potassium can leave the cells outside, flux outside the cell. Potassium and other small molecules are lost through the pore, causing cell. This can lead to the cell death. Amphotericin B used to treat systemic fungal infections that caused by Candida species such as Candida albicans and Cryptococcus neoformans, which are yeast fungi, and the invasive dimorphic fungi. IV amphotericin B remains the drug of choice for serious invasive fungal infections unresponsive to other agents. The adverse drug reaction for amphotericin B can cause fever, chills, tachypnea, accelerated breathing shortly after an initial IV doses of amphotericin B. Also, amphotericin B is a neurotoxic agent that can cause neurotoxicity due to the constriction of the afferent renal arterioles. Also can lead to normochromic normocytic anemia. These are the adverse effects of amphotericin B: fever, chills, and kidney failure, hypotension also, and anemia. Because amphotericin B nephrotoxic, so concomitant use with other nephrotoxics such as aminoglycoside antibiotics is contraindicated because both of them can potentiate the nephrotoxicity that caused by each one. We have nystatin, and we mentioned that nystatin is also an aboline antifungal like amphotericin B. It is an aboline antifungal that similar to amphotericin B and had the same mechanism of action in which it binds to ergosterol in the cell membrane, leading to the increased permeability of the fungal cell membrane, which can cause the death of the fungal cell through the efflux of the potassium and other cellular constituents, leading to the death of the fungal cell. It's too toxic for systemic use, so that nystatin only available for topical use. Used to treat oral candidiasis, also this is topical as oral drops or for treatment of candidiasis, thrush, oral thrush. Mild also can be used for mild esophageal candidiasis and vaginitis. Now we will talk about the azoles antifungals. And the azoles antifungal exert their antifungal activity by binding to cytochrome B450 enzyme that is responsible for the demethylation of lansosterol to ergosterol, leading to the damaged leaky cell membrane. Also inhibit the formation of the ergosterol, which are essential for the fungal cell membrane. This is a mechanism of azoles antifungals such as fluconazole, which triazole, prevent the conversion of lansosterol to ergosterol, which is very important for the cell membrane integrity of the fungi. Synthetic compounds with broad spectrum fungistatic activity. This is azoles هي عبارة عن having a broad spectrum of fungistatic activity. Azoles can be divided into two groups. The older imidazoles, including ketoconazole, clotrimazole, and miconazole, and the newer triazoles, which include fluconazole and foriconazole and itraconazole. The triazoles tend to have fewer side effects, better absorption, and better drug distribution in the body tissues, and fewer drug interactions, so they are preferred than the previous imidazoles. First, we have the prototype of imidazoles, ketoconazole. Unlike other imidazoles, ketoconazole can be absorbed orally, so that is available as tablet, 200 milligram orally, can be used orally, but it's required an acidic gastric environment for its absorption, so that the concomitant use of H2 antagonists such as ranitidine and nizatidine and cimetidine, also the proton pump inhibitors such as omeprazole and lansoprazole can decrease its absorption because they decrease the gastric acidity. Ketoconazole is useful in the treatment of cutaneous and mucous membrane dermatophyte and yeast infections. The adverse drug reactions for ketoconazole include nausea, vomiting, anorexia, epigastric distress, and all of these are GIT symptoms. This is beside elevation in the liver enzyme, and any elevation in the liver enzyme, this can indicate that the drug can adversely affect the liver cells. At high doses, ketoconazole can cause clinically significant reduction in testosterone synthesis and blocks the adrenal response to corticotrophin. And we mentioned this when we talk about the pharmacology of the endocrine system. We mentioned that ketoconazole in higher doses can inhibit the steroidogenesis, the synthesis of steroid hormones in the adrenal gland due to the stimulation of a corticotrophin. Ketoconazole causes increase in the serum concentration of warfarin, cyclosporine, and sulfonylureas, and this is a drug interaction. Increase the serum concentration of warfarin, that is mean ketoconazole inhibit the metabolism of warfarin, and so that can potentiate the toxicity of warfarin, and we know that warfarin is one of the drugs that having a lower therapeutic index, so it should be more carefully monitored during using, and the interaction with warfarin is very important because any changes in warfarin plasma concentration either can lead to toxicity or can lead to a failure of the response to warfarin. Also, this interaction can occur with the cyclosporine, an immunosuppressant drug, and with the sulfonylureas, the oral hypoglycemic agents such as the glibenclamide. The second type of imidazole antifungal, we have clotrimazole. It is a broad spectrum fungistatic imidazole drug used in the topical treatment of oral, skin, vaginal infections with Candida albicans. It's also employed in the treatment of infections with cutaneous dermatophytes. The adverse drug reaction for clotrimazole, including local abdominal cramping, increased urination, and transient liver enzyme elevation. We have fluconazole, which is triazole antifungal. It penetrates widely into most bodily tissues, including normal and inflamed meningitis, so it can be used for fungal meningitis because it can penetrate to the CNS. The dosage reduction are required in the presence of renal insufficiency because of fluconazole is secreted by the renal excretion. So in case of renal impairment or insufficiency, the dose should be reduced. Fluconazole is very effective in the treatment of infection with most of Candida species. The adverse drug reaction for fluconazole, it's well tolerated, better than the previous imidazole antifungals. Nausea and vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, all of these are GIT symptoms, skin rash, and increase asymptomatic liver enzyme, and this can indicate the liver damage or bad effect or on the liver cells. We have a terbinafine, and the terbinafine hydrochloride, available as terbinafine hydrochloride, is a reversible non-competitive inhibitor of fungal enzyme squalene monooxygenase, which converts squalene to lansostyrol, and we know that lansostyrol is furtherly converted through demethylation to ergosterol, which is essential for the integrity of the fungal cell membrane. So the overall effect of terbinafine is to act by affecting the fungal cell membrane synthesis and function. This is terbinafine, which inhibit the squalene oxygenase that prevent the formation of ergosterol, and also squalene lead to toxic products also which can cause fungal cell death. Terbinafine exhibits fungicidal activity against dermatophytes and fungistatic activity against yeast. Terbinafine hydrochloride is available for topical and systemic use in a dosage form of oral tablet in the treatment of dermatophytes, skin and nail and nails infections. Adverse drug reactions of terbinafine include gastric distress and elevated liver enzyme. We have a fluocytosine, and the fluocytosine act by converting to the 5-fluorouracil inside the cell by the fungal enzyme called cytosine deaminase. Then subsequently, after it converted to a metabolite that called 5-fluorouracil, this metabolite interfere with the fungal DNA synthesis through inhibition of the enzyme that called thymidylate synthetase. Fluocytosine has a significant antifungal activity against Candida albicans and other Candida species. The adverse drug reaction of fluocytosine, we have the fluocytosine can cause skin rash, epigastric distress, diarrhea, and liver enzyme elevation. We notice that a lot of antifungal agents that can elevate the liver enzyme. This is a mode of action of fluocytosine. The fluocytosine enter the cell and fungal cell, and inside the fungal cell, it converted to 5-fluorouracil, and this 5-fluorouracil metabolite inhibit the thymidylate synthesis, leading to the inhibition of the DNA or decreased in DNA synthesis and decreased inhibition of or decreased cell fungal cell division. We have the griseofulvin antifungal. Griseofulvin is an oral fungistatic agent that used in long-term treatment of dermatophyte infections that caused by epidermophyton and microsporum and trichophyton species. Griseofulvin inhibits the fungal growth by binding to microtubules responsible for mitotic spindle formation, leading to the defective cell wall development during a cell division. This is a griseofulvin which inhibits the mitotic spindle. This is the first step in the cell division, so that this can lead to defective or apparent or abnormal cell wall development, which can lead to the cell death. Griseofulvin binds to keratin precursor cells and newly synthesized keratin in the stratum corneum of the skin, nails, and hair, stopping the progression of dermatophyte infection. It increases warfarin metabolism, and its metabolism is increased by phenobarbital. This means griseofulvin increasing warfarin metabolism, so that can lead to decrease في warfarin response, so accelerating degradation and breakdown of warfarin, while itself griseofulvin metabolism can be increased by phenobarbital. Phenobarbital belong to barbiturates, and we know that barbiturates are famous enzyme inducers that can lead to increased metabolism of many drugs, including griseofulvin. So the dose adjustment in case of patient taking phenobarbital is required. The adverse drug reaction for griseofulvin including headache, hepatotoxicity, dermatitis, and GIT distress. I think that is all regarding antimicrobial is exactly antifungal chemotherapy. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.